Hello everyone, I'm Skratch. Welcome to the channel. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. In today's video, guys, I just want to give you guys a bit of a warning and try to prepare you for what's coming in the next couple of weeks. So it's kind of like following a bit of a pattern and kind of like seeing from all the events that we have available in-game at the moment. We're kind of like being able to anticipate what's coming next. And on top of it, I just want to mention the fusion just finished, right? Now, we're not going to have a fusion most probably next week, but I'm very convinced that they will announce the fusion next week and it's going to start the following. So you might want to keep on your shards, might want to keep on some of your energy, get prepared with potions and everything else that you might need to do in case if the next fusion will be good as well. Because a lot of us might think, well, they just gave us a strong fusion, they're not going to give us another good one, but you never know what they will do, you know? So just have that in the back of your mind. Now, the main thing that I want to cover in today's video is the next guaranteed legendary event and what exactly we should expect out of it. I would assume the next one will be from Ancients, and I'm going to explain you why I think that. Now, this is not confirmed by Plarium, guys. I'm just kind of like trying to make you aware of what I think that will happen in the next week or the next couple of weeks, you know. So basically, if you guys remember, a few weeks ago we had a different summon rush where the ancient shards were giving us 250% more points in the event, right? Well, today they give us 100% more event points too. So that means that they are trying to drop our ancient shards from the inventory, basically, to make us use them a bit. Or they are slowly planning to increase the amount of points we are getting from ancient shards because they finally realized that the ancient shards are not giving you enough points in a summon rush as they should give you. But judging by the way they implemented the soul stones in the tournaments and in the summon rush for the soul stones, and that they give such a low amount of points, I don't think they are planning to increase the points. I just think they are planning to drop our inventory because they are planning the next guaranteed legendary event from ancient shards, and I'm gonna explain you why I think that. So basically, when we had the other summon rush where it was a 250% on the points, we actually had the following event, which was on July 11th. They're planning to launch an extra legendary event for ancient shards, basically. So that came straight after it, a few days later. I do apologize for the screenshot. I'm not sure why it looks so horrible. But basically, next weekend, we're not going to have 2x Ancients, which is a bit odd, right? Because they usually try to put these events before. We're going to have 2x on Voids, okay? So that's what we're going to have next weekend. Now, in terms of guaranteed champions, Allure was on 6th of July. Then we have Akemptom that started today. And I do think that probably either Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to have a guaranteed from Ancients. If it's not going to be next week, most probably it will be before the 2x Ancients. But slowly, they are making their way into draining the Ancient Shards from all of us, just so they kind of like bring in the guaranteed legendary event. So the last guaranteed legendary event that we had was Alsgore Crimson Horn, and that was 180 Ancient Shards, okay? That was a lot. And that was the partner for the fusion that we had at that time. I can't remember. What was it? I think it was Jetney, right? It was Jetney. So that was the last guaranteed from Ancient Shards. Now, we didn't had a guaranteed legendary from Sacreds in quite a while. The last one that we kind of had from Sacreds was the Mishinaki one. But you were able to open pretty much whatever shards you guys wanted to in order to get that event done. So it is a possibility to get one from Sacreds pretty soon too, but just because 2x Sacreds doesn't align with any of the coming events in the next few weeks, I don't think it's very likely to get one from the Sacreds. So what champions I think that we're going to have on this guaranteed event from Ancients? Now, at the moment, if you are checking the new summon pool from the Prism Shards and you have the Nyresen summon pool, you see we have a couple of champions from the Sylvan Watchers. The Sylvan Watcher faction just released recently. And on top of it, we got the new dungeon, right? And that new dungeon is the Shogun's Grove. Now, this one right here actually enables you to taunt the boss, okay? So you are able to taunt this boss. So it just makes sense that most probably the next guaranteed from Ancient Shards will be this champion right here, Ruark. Why do I say that? Because we didn't have a guaranteed for him. They didn't really added many new champions recently. When they're doing guaranteed, usually they add a bunch of new champions, then they're putting a couple of them on guaranteed, usually not the strongest ones. But this time around, I feel like it just makes sense that they might drop a guaranteed on this champion. A lot of times they are doing guaranteed on older champions too. It doesn't need to be a brand new champion added this week, you know. And this champion is the only legendary in the game that actually places taunt. Places taunt, increase defense and strengthen on the champion. Then you have decrease attack, but we're gonna check the kit in just a second. So I think that they will do a guaranteed on this champion to encourage people to do the Shogun, to encourage people to do the new faction wars. So I'm pretty convinced that that's what we're gonna have now. Maybe Platinum is gonna see my video right now and he's gonna be like, Skratch has inside info. How the heck did he actually knew that this is what we're planning to do? But basically, I'm pretty convinced that that's the next step. And how I mentioned, it might be this week, Tuesday, Wednesday. It does sound a bit off because we have 2x voids this weekend, but that doesn't stop them basically, you know. Like you've seen, we're getting so many summoning events every week, and it seems like they're almost every day now. Like we have Tuesday, Wednesday during the CVC, Monday we have day off, then we have Thursday because it was the quota, then we have Friday, Saturday, Sunday because as usual we have them during the weekend, and then again Monday off, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it feels like they're almost every day now. So I really don't think they have a reason not to do a guaranteed event Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, sorry. So this champion is okay. I don't think it's necessarily great. I don't think I would personally go for the champion, honestly. I'm kind of like, yeah, I would like to have this. I know we have the epic fusion from that was in the recent fusion, the champion, and he places a taunt on an ally, not on himself. I would like to have this champion, but I don't think I would go and pay 150 ancients or 180 ancients like for the last one, which was pretty damn crazy, you know. So with the A1 attacks an enemy, transfers all debuffs from this champion to the target, heals this champion by 5% of their max HP for each debuff transferred. Now this right here is actually a pretty interesting kit for the Dragon Dungeon, for hard mode. Like, he's getting all the poisons, he's gonna constantly transfer them back to the boss. And he's a pretty tanky champion, he's gonna be able to take 1 or 2 hits. AoE decrease attack, yeah, is very common nowadays. It's not like 4 years ago when we only had 1 or 2 champions doing it and we were all like, oh my god, we need decrease attack champions. So it's not that intense. Also steals all continuous heal buffs from each enemy. This effect cannot be resisted. That's actually an interesting thing. But again, it's pretty hard to find somebody that uses a lot of continuous heal buffs and just go with this champion. There are, I'm sure, waves on the Doom Tower and other places like this. Then, this is on a 4-turn cooldown, the taunt, increase defense and strengthen on the champion for 2 turns. The passive, whenever an ally loses 10% HP or more of their max HP, from a single hit places a shield buff on that ally for 2 turns equal to 10% of their max HP. And seems like it doesn't really have a cooldown once you book it. Defense aura for all battles. So it's not the worst champion in the game. How I mentioned, I would like to have him, but I don't think I would go and open 150 ancient shards just to get this specific champion, especially that I don't have them saved up. So I wouldn't actually go and pay $200-300 to get a champion, you know. And yes, we do have Duedan, which has taunt as well, but with the counter attack and stuff is not as efficient. And we have the other epics. So I really think that this will be the next guaranteed legendary from Ancient Shards, and I think it's around the corner. I might be a bit wrong on it with the champion, guys. Let me know what you think as well. But that's what my guts tell me. And you've seen in the past, I'm usually pretty right with this. Maybe I got 1 or 2 wrong, but most of the times I'm pretty accurate with them. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Would you open shards for this champion as a guaranteed, guys? Or you're kind of like, I don't really care about the Shogun, and Faction Wars Sylvan Watchers is not necessarily that hard to need a champion in there. Much love, appreciate all of you guys watching, and I'll catch you all soon in the next video. Peace.